Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Sunshine State Conference and the University of Tampa would like to welcome you to the 2025 SSC Women's Lacrosse Championship presented by Pollo Campero. This afternoon, we have the number 1 seeded University of Tampa Spartans versus the number 3 seeded Florida Southern Mocs. Following today's game, there will be a ceremony to recognize the All-Tournament team, Most Outstanding Player, and the 2025 SSC Women's Lacrosse Tournament Champion. Here are today's starting lineups, beginning with the Mocs of Florida Southern, the number 3 seed. Midfielder is a sophomore from Annapolis, Maryland, number 2, Braden Kennelly. Midfielder is a sophomore from Annapolis, Maryland, number 5, Audrey Kennelly. Defender is a senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 6, Reese Colwell. Attacker is a grad student from York, Pennsylvania, number 13, Abby McFerrin. Defender is a sophomore from Marysville, Maryland, number 16, Isabel Lucas. Defender is a sophomore from Marysville, Maryland, number 17, Julia Lucas. Attacker is a senior from Manorville, New York, number 18, Gianna Murphy. Midfielder is a senior from Everett, Washington, number 24, Maria Reeves. Defender is a senior from Edgewater, Maryland, number 28, Charlie Lay. Attacker is a grad student from Cumberland, Rhode Island, number 29, Hannah Guerin. Defender is a sophomore from Darlington, Maryland, number 46, Brooke Kesey. And in goal for the Mocs is a senior from Sarasota, Florida, number 37, Chloe Weber. Head coach of the Mocs is Kara Reber, assisted by Madison Mills, Courtney Viscanga, Tempe's Katie Richardson, Maddie Terre, and Cassie May. And now, here are your University of Tampa Spartans. Defender is a senior from Smithtown, New York, number 4, Lexi Waters. Defender is a senior from Bohemia, New York, number 5, Erin McLaughlin. Attacker is a junior from Towson, Maryland, number 12, Peyton Howell. Defender is a junior from Worthington, Ohio, number 20, Isabella Avila. Defender is a junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 21, Grace Lichtenberger. Defender is a senior from Radnor, Pennsylvania, number 23, Katie Deschamps. Defender is a grad student from Syracuse, New York, number 25, Delaney Starr. Midfielder is a senior from Jericho, New York, number 26, Mary Kate Person. Attacker is a sophomore from Havertown, Pennsylvania, number 30, Isabel McGarvey. Defender defender is a senior from Marlton, New Jersey, number 32, Grace Gilmore. Attacker is a senior from Baltimore, Maryland, number 40, Sophie Risk. And in goal, the sophomore from Parker, Colorado, number 60, Sabby Barbosa. Head coach of your Spartans is Kelly Gallagher, assisted by Kaylee Gilday, Samantha Pagliacetti, and Elizabeth Gaynor. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise or remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the NCAA, the University of Tampa, and Florida Southern College are promoting good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or unduly provocative language or action toward officials, opponents, spectators, or administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. The use of artificial noisemakers and alcohol products are not permitted. Smoking is permitted along the fenced area outside the stadium. Thank you and enjoy the game.
Good afternoon from the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the beautiful University of Tampa campus. This afternoon, the Tampa Spartans playing host to the Florida Southern Mocs for the SSC Women's Lacrosse Championship game. I'm Bruce Wozniak, here to call the action for you alongside Jesse Kask, and two fierce rivals, Jesse, going at it yet again.
Yep.
A storied rivalry between these two teams. This is the fourth straight year that UT and Florida Southern are meeting for the Sunshine State Conference Championship game. You would think by this point you kind of know everything about one another. Is that the case, or are there still maybe some things that got held back that each team will kind of unveil for the other today?
I feel like every year that it's like a different team that comes out, so many different players, lots of graduates that graduate. It could be a totally different game today.
These teams did meet once during the regular season. In fact, the Spartans come in with an overall one-loss record of 16-1. Florida Southern comes in at 17-1, and Florida Southern's only defeat was here against Tampa, and that was back on March 26, with the Spartans winning by a score of 12-8. As we get ready for the opening draw, Spartans you see all in white this afternoon. They will start off going from right to left. Florida Southern all in red, going from left to right. For Florida Southern, Chloe Weber, the starting goaltender. And for UTampa, it's Savvy Barbosa. And play is underway, and the Mocs with the draw control, although some pressure by the Spartans, and do they cause a turnover? Lexi Waters chases it down, and they do get possession. And now they give it to Florida Southern. A call against UTampa, and now a call against the Mocs that gives it to the Spartans after all. And away goes Isabel McGarvey. McGarvey runs it down to the far corner. It's taken all the way to the end line. And now a call from the trailing official. And on the restart, Spartans send it up top, and now to the far side of the field to the oh-so-dangerous Peyton Howell. And now cutting in is McKelsey Montgomery. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Van Vladriken. She sends it over to Howell. Peyton Howell looking for an open teammate. Van Vladriken, and she's chased. Sends it back over to the other side of the field. Howell pulls it down. Howell in the middle, and it's deflected by a Mocs defender, and Florida Southern gets the turnover. Peyton Howell, what a season she has had. 78 goals and 20 assists in 17 games. As the Mocs come down the other way, and an errant pass that's going to go out of play, and it'll be turned over, so possession to the Spartans. Peyton Howell, Jesse, you might as well say historic season, and just a points machine.
Yeah.
Play stopping here, 2 minutes and 4 seconds into the game.
Tampa penalty issued to number 5, Aaron McLaughlin.
It is a 1-minute penalty.
So 1 minute penalty against the Spartans. An early opportunity here for the Mocs. And now play resumes. Send it down in behind the Spartans net. To the other side of the field it goes. And now back up top for Vetter. Watson sent it back. Now Vetter tries the other side. Mocs cough it up. And is Waters able to get to it? She is. Lexi Waters on the run. And 2 Mocs shake it up, but she regains possession. Nice job by Lexi Waters. 20 seconds remaining on the penalty against Erin McLaughlin. Lexi Waters has done that so much, so successful at causing turnovers, as we see Isabella Avila take it down into the corner. And now she'll reset up top, lobs it back to this side of the field. Montgomery, pass inside, Sophie Risk in front, and able to make the save was Chloe Weber, and now they score. And we'll show you the replay on that one. The Spartans get the goal.
Scored by number 40, Sophie Risk.
Sophie Risk, 3 minutes, 12 seconds in. And Sophie Risk, you see playing with that huge brace on her leg. She had missed several games. And I think a lot of us just assumed she was going to be out for the rest of the season, and then made the heroic comeback in the game against St. Leo.
Yes, that was a great game for her.
So she gets her team on the board here, and ensuing draw controlled by Lexi Waters. Waters being pressured, drops it back. Erin McLaughlin on the run. McLaughlin to the far side of the field. McLaughlin still on the run. And Erin McLaughlin all the way down to the end line, and a pass in behind the Mocs net. Now to the near side of the field it comes for Person. Looking for some room. That's Peyton Howell. Pass inside missed. Picked up, however, by Montgomery. She drops it. And a whistle That will stop play. A call against Florida Southern. And McKelsey Montgomery will get a free position attempt. I would think that she's not going to shoot from this angle. Waits for the official's whistle. There it is, in she comes and bounces it in between the 5-hole and scores. No. I thought I saw the back of the net bounce. And credit McKelsey Montgomery nonetheless, because it was a bad shooting angle and took it right in and had me fooled, but not goaltender Chloe Weber. So the Mocs across midfield now, going back the other way. On the far side, there's a pass back, and they go up top for Colby Cohen. And now that's Vetter over to this side of the field as McFerrin pushes it to the corner. And you'll hear the name Abby McFerrin quite a bit. She finished second on the team with 83 points on the strength of 52 goals and 31 assists. And there's a pass in front and a flag comes out. And so a stoppage in play. Gianna Murphy led the Mocs in points with 85. She played one more game than McFerrin. Murphy, 61 goals, 24 assists. A free position attempt now for Florida Southern. Takes a shot and scores. Abby McFerrin, and we are tied at 1. And I wonder, Jesse, if that's a case of Savvy Barbosa is only 5'2", and that one looked like it was way up high.
Yeah, that was a top left corner shot.
Chloe Weber, the Florida Southern goaltender, 4 inches taller. She's 5'6". And we're going to see Lexi Waters out for this draw for U Tampa. Each team has had just one shot on goal, and obviously has found the back of the net in each of those instances. The Mocs will get possession here. And this is Brooke Kesey, pressured by Avila. And a call against her.
A green card issued to Tampa's number 20, Isabella Avila. There's a 1-minute penalty.
So 1 minute green card on Isabella Avila. And the Mocs will hope to seize on this opportunity after they have tied the game. We are just past 5 minutes into this opening quarter. Away goes Hannah Watson, drops a pass back. They try the other side of the field. Back up top it goes to Vetter. Over for Cohen. And now back over for Watson. To the corner it goes. It's Moshe in behind the net. Pass in front and a shot that goes over top of the net and out of play off the stick of Hannah Watson. Mocs put it back in, just pulled down by McFerrin. Circles around, pass in front, and the follow through, the ball came out but missed the net. Mocs able to get the rebound, however. Still plenty of time, 40 seconds on the shot clock. Loose ball, and Waters chases it down for the Spartans. Does she get there? The official blowing the play dead, and now they do award possession to the Mocs. As Shoppy with the ball in her stick on the far side of the field. And the Isabella Avila penalty has expired. Now here's Vetter over for Watson. Cutting in front, ball's on the ground. McFerrin unable to get the shot away. And Savvy Barbosa able to pull that one in. And from her goal crease, gives it to McLaughlin on the run. Erin McLaughlin up the near side. McLaughlin with a good burst of speed and takes it all the way to the corner. And now fires a pass for Peyton Howell. Peyton Howell in behind the Mocs net. To the other side of the field it goes. And now back behind the net to Howell again. Spartans looking to get inside. There's a shot and a save made by Weber. And a cheer not only from the Florida Southern sideline, but a good turnout of Mocs fans that are here in the Nemoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex watching this game in person. And there's a stick that came up high on Kennelly. And Sia Markowski jumping excitedly as it looked like Markowski's stick came up on the Florida Southern player, and yet, do we have a call being made?
Yes, on Florida Southern.
So a turn of events here, as you would have thought that the stick coming up from Markowski would have been a call against U Tampa, and instead it's a 1-minute penalty against Braden Kennelly. So the Spartans will try to take advantage here as Grace Gilmore runs it up the far side. .7:02 to go in the first quarter, tied at 1. And we're going to have another call against Florida Southern.
Issued to the Mocs number 6, Reese Colwell. It is a 1-minute penalty.
1-minute penalty for Reese Colwell.
And that's just 25 seconds into the call that had been made against Kennelly. So the door wide open for U Tampa now as they get ready to restart from the far side of the field. And here comes Howell. Pass in the middle. Person sends it over to this side. Montgomery, a pass inside and a shot taken. Nice save there by Weber on Grace Lichtenberger. And now the Spartans applying pressure as the Mocs advance it up near midfield and now across midfield. That's Ava Hawk on the run. Hawk into the near corner, pass behind the Spartans net. And the first Mocs penalty has expired. There's still 22 seconds remaining on the call against Colwell. And another whistle stopping play. This coming with 6:19 remaining in the first quarter and 17 seconds left on that call against Reese Colwell. Jesse, how disruptive is it to the flow of play when there's this many whistles?
Very. When there's so many stops to play, it's like you lose all the momentum.
Florida Southern, that's Abby McFerrin, restarts from the near corner, watched by Waters. McFerrin turns away from her And now the penalty expires against Reese Colwell. So the Mocs back at full strength. To the corner it goes, and now behind the Spartans net. Cutting out in front was Moshe. No shot there. It's up top now in the stick of Vetter. And now over for McFerrin. Nice pass inside. Out in front they score. And credit Florida Southern, some nice passing there. And they take a 2-1 lead as Hannah Guerin beats Savvy Barbosa. And the Mocs early on look like they're really trying for everything right in front of the net, trying to get somebody open right in front of Savvy Barbosa. Mary Kate Person now on this draw for U Tampa. Trying to see the uniform number of the Florida Southern player. And that was Maria Reeves for the Mocs. And her team with the ball once again. This is McFerrin. She assisted on that second Florida Southern goal. Sends a pass up top, and Vetter pushes it over to the goal scorer, Guerin, who sends it to the other side of the field. And it's back up now with Vetter. She tries it back to McFerrin over on this side. Down low, and going for the takeaway was Lichtenberger, unsuccessful. Florida Southern player goes down and the ball with it, and they're able to recover. Top it comes for Cohen. Guerin on the run, splits the defense and then trails off to the side, and the ball goes in behind the U Tampa net. And right in front, what a save by Barbosa on the shot by Hannah Hale. I think the Spartans got caught ball watching on that one. As a fresh shot clock, and Vetter with it for the Mocs. Jenna Vetter tries to get around the defender, can't. Gives up the pass to Guerin. And a nice job there defensively by Isabella Avila, although the ball stays with Florida Southern. They are down to 20 seconds on the shot clock, and a player goes down for the Mocs. And a call here stopping play with 3:48 to go in the first quarter. A free position attempt here for Jenna Vetter. In she goes. And Barbosa with the stop and covers up the rebound. Big stop there by Savvy. And her teammates heading back the other way again. The quickness of Erin McLaughlin. She gets a pass over for Peyton Howell. Howell for Person. Mary Kate Person tries to get inside, and the defense closes that lane up. Pass in front. Oh, a nice shot. On her way down to the field, Isabel McGarvey. And now the Spartans take it in behind the Mocs net. Pass in front. Shot scores!
Goal from Maddie Schillick.
Tampa goal scored by number 50, Maddie Schillick.
Great effort there.
Number 30, Isabel McGarvey.
As you see the replay. And the Spartans successful in getting the cutter heading toward the net. And they tie it up with exactly 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And Jesse, we knew this one would be close. The score last year in the Sunshine State Conference Championship game was 11-9. The Spartans defeated Florida Southern. The year before, the Spartans only won by 1. This is Lexi Waters again, taking the draw for Tampa. And for Florida Southern, that was Maria Reeves. And the Mocs control the draw. And away goes Julia Lucas. Sends it over now for Kesey. Back to the middle of the field to Lucas again. And she sends it over to the far side. And wow, the Spartans got lucky there, as there was a golden opportunity for Moshe to take that one in, as the lane had opened up and she opted not to, may not have seen it until it was too late. They carry on nonetheless. The area in front of Barbosa is currently open, but it looks like all of Florida Southern's attempts have been to get right in front of her. And there's very few other than Sophie Risk that really take long outside shots in the women's game anyways. But Florida Southern looks like they want everything right in front of Barbosa. You have a concerned look on your face.
I'm confused what the call is.
A yellow card issued to the Mocs, number 18, Gianna Murphy. That is a 2-minute penalty.
2-minute penalty for Gianna Murphy.
So the Mocs have had some early trouble here. This is at least 3 calls against them so far. If I'm wrong, then it's 4. And certainly Spartans coach Kelly Gallagher hoping that her players can take advantage of this. As this is Avila with a pass now. Markowski for Person and over to Howell. Peyton Howell tries to get inside, does, and takes a shot that goes out of play. Weber may have gotten a piece of that one. Quickly on the restart. Quick passing and a low shot by Howell, scores! Peyton Howell with a worm burner, as they call him. And they do capitalize this time on the call against Florida Southern with just 94 seconds left in the opening quarter, and the Spartans regain the lead. It's now 3-2. And I say regain because Spartans had scored the first goal of the game before Florida Southern scored the next 2. And Audrey Wisdom gets the assist. And the Spartans faithful here in the stands with their boisterous support. And now the ball's out. The Mocs are definitely in the advantage with draw controls. It's now 5-1 in draw controls. And perhaps that's why we've seen 2 different players so far, and we're not even done with the first quarter, that Kelly Gallagher has put out there. There's about a 1-second difference in the game clock and the shot clock. Let's see if Florida Southern uses the whole clock or works for the first shot they can get. Try to get this game tied. This is McFerrin. McFerrin puts it in front, and a shot coming, hit the crossbar. Colby Cohen with the shot. And now the ball is in, and the official talking to Savvy Barbosa. And this one will stand. So with 33 seconds left in the first quarter, I think at both ends of the field now we've seen goals that we're not quite sure how they ended up in the net. So to try to change their fortunes, that appears to be Maddie Schillick, this time taking the draw for the Spartans. And it does appear to be Maria Reeves once again, and she does control the draw and sends a pass ahead quickly. 25 seconds, plenty of time for the Mocs to get one more shot away. McFerrin with it. Pass goes in front and misses, and it rolls out of bounds, and it will be turned over. 11 seconds left. Barbosa with the pass, and Erin McLaughlin started to run it up, and the horn will go to end the first quarter of play. And no surprise in what we expected to be a nail-biter. Teams are tied at 3 at the close of the first quarter of the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game for women's lacrosse. We'll be back with more after this break on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back live at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. I'm Bruce Wozniak alongside Jesse Kask. And the shots on goal in the first quarter were 6-5 in favor of the Spartans. But as I mentioned, the Mocs, 6 draw controls and only 1 for the Spartans. Jesse, is that something that Kelly Gallagher just knows is happening and that she's going to be trying to address in the second quarter, change the draws?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially in women's lacrosse, getting the draw means a lot, and having possession of the ball will definitely benefit the Tampa Spartans.
These two teams very, very close in goals allowed per game. 8.56 for the Mocs and 8.3 for U Tampa. And you could almost argue that they're about on pace for that. I don't know that anyone expected this to really be a super high scoring game because of that.
Yeah, definitely.
So the teams, of course, have changed ends. Spartans now going left to right. And now on the draw, that was Mary-Kate Person, and both she and Maria Reeves went down, and the Spartans able to come up with the ball. This is Avila. She pivots and drops it, picked up by Peyton Howell. Howell looking, sends it up top. Person pass over, and no shot there for Montgomery. And up top it goes. That's Van Vladriken. And a call against the Mocs. Play resumes. Montgomery for Howell. Pass inside. It was knocked down and picked up by the Spartans. Howell gets it back herself. Nice pass, cutting inside. Bounce shot, scores! That might have been Kaylee Van Vladriken. And Howell gets the assist. Jesse, I don't know that there's a whole lot of shots that we see that way, and it's kind of like in basketball, they'll say the bounce pass is legal, kind of jokingly, and it is okay to bounce the shot in 5-hole and beat the goaltender, and that's what we saw there.
Yeah.
Kind of one of those, you don't see this a lot, so I'm going to pull it out as a surprise, and probably more times than not, it ends up in the net. So the Spartans in a 4-3 lead, 51 seconds into the second quarter. And now on the draw, that was Person and Reeves again. And here come the Mocs with their first possession of the second quarter. This is Danielle Moshe. Gianna Murphy had it briefly, the name that I mentioned earlier, the leading point getter for the Mocs in 2025. Murphy and McFerrin will be the two that the Spartans will watch just as much as Florida Southern will watch Peyton Howell for the Spartans in this game. Pass into the far corner. And a nice look inside. The pass didn't connect, intended for Vetter. Mocs able to retain possession, however. McFerrin looking to get inside. Nice defense there by Lexi Waters. There's a shot, they score. Jenna Vetter with the goal. And a blast that beats Savvy Barbosa.
Number 12, Jenna Vetter. Her goal was unassisted.
Vetter was fourth on the team in points, but had 37 goals, which was third. And interestingly, 4 different goal scorers for each team. As we now await the draw at midfield between Mary Kate Person and Maria Reeves. A beautiful Sunday afternoon in Tampa. It is 86 degrees, a forecast high of 91. And Jesse, as you have said before, even warmer, even hotter on the field.
Yeah, like 30 degrees hotter on the field.
How much do you feel that when you're out there, or is it more when you come to the sidelines and then you stop and notice?
No, you can definitely feel it on the field. It's really hot.
Avila with the pass over. Van Vladriken to her left, and into the corner goes Montgomery. And now the defender gives chase. Pass up top for Howell. Howell cuts in. The defender slides over to help. Person trying to fight her way inside gets a shot away, and that goes out of play. Possession stays with you, Tampa. And the official wants it done over again. Bobbled, picked back up. And now a pass for Howell. Howell trying to get inside 2 defenders on her. Montgomery. Now Van Vlydrich and Howell steps in. A defender slides over to help. They cause the loose ball, but the official says no, that's going to be a call against the Mocs. And so Peyton Howell will go one-on-one here against Chloe Weber, and a chance to put the Spartans back in front. Peyton Howell scores! Talk about precision shooting. She found the top corner of the net. Howell gets her 2nd goal of the game. And I think that's just an example of a great shooter. It's not a statement against Chloe Weber. Peyton Howell knew exactly where the top corner was with little to no room to spare. Fitted inside there, and Tampa with a 5-4 lead with 11:47 to go in the 2nd quarter. And now Maria Reeves and Maddie Schillick doing the honors here on this draw. I think I had said 6-1 were draw controls at one point, now 7-3. And let's see who gets to this one as it's still loose. And the official on the far side of the field pointing in the direction of Florida Southern ball. This is Vetter over now for Gianna Murphy. Back up top to Vetter. She goes to the other side. Guerin, as they'll now work the perimeter. This is Moshe. Moshe trying to shake the defender, Katie DeShan, couldn't. And now Shoppy. And the Spartans defense doesn't bite on all the juke moves. Pass in front and didn't connect. And Isabella Avila with the takeaway as the Spartans now cross midfield. McGarvey, good burst of speed, pass in front, shakes off a check and scores! I believe that was Mary Kate Person. Unassisted, 4:32 into the 2nd quarter, and it's a 2-goal Spartan lead. And that's the game of lacrosse right there, how quickly your fortunes can change. Something at one end, and before you know it, the ball's down the other end. And a great play by Mary Kate Person. Mary Kate Person, the latest name to join the scoring column. The Spartans have 6 goals, and 5 different players have contributed to that. And now the draw at midfield. Ball is out, and Waters will pick that one up for Tampa. Lexi Waters being chased, finds an open teammate, across the line it comes, and here's Erin McLaughlin with that good burst of speed again, and McLaughlin pulls up, gives it for Howell. Howell tries to shake off 2 defenders, has it knocked free from her stick. The Mocs take it away, and they cross midfield. And running through a whole bunch of traffic there was Gabriella Connolly. And it looks like we have a call against Peyton Howell.
It's a yellow card on Peyton Howell.
Tampa's number 12, Peyton Howell. That is a 2-minute penalty.
So a 2-minute call against Tampa's leading scorer. 5 minutes, 7 seconds into the second quarter, and her team up by 2. And we wait the officials' whistle for play to restart. And there it is. And now Cohen, as they move it over to this side of the field and now down into the corner. Out in front, there's a player wide open. They didn't see her. And Vetter sends it over for Cohen. Loose ball. And taken away by the Spartans. And now there's a pileup behind the Tampa net. And a loose ball that neither team is able to possess. Savvy Barbosa picks it up. The official right there on the spot. And does award possession to Tampa. And Grace Gilmore is going to bring it up for the home team. Gilmore on the run. Gets past a Mox player. Gilmore across midfield. And now across the Florida Southern line. Sends it back for Markowski. Person pushes it into the corner. And a whistle. We haven't really called Sophie Risk's name much yet. And she is out there right now. And I guess it's also a case of beware Florida Southern if she does get herself on track. On the Florida Southern side, we have heard the names of Gianna Murphy and Abby McFerrin, their top 2 scorers. As Maddie Schillick cuts in for the Spartans, loses the ball, and a whistle on her way to the net. And so a call against the Mox with 8:07 to go here in the second quarter. There's 14 seconds left on the Peyton Howell penalty. And now a free position attempt for Schillick. Races in, takes the shot. And Weber made the save. And the official looks like she's going to award another free position attempt to Schillick. And in she goes again, takes a shot and scores!
Spartans goal scored on the free position attempt by number 50, Maddie Schiller.
And Maddie Schillick with her second goal of the game. And it's now a 7-4 Spartans lead with 8:01 to go. And still 8 seconds left on the Peyton Howell penalty.
Timeout, Florida Southern.
Florida Southern is going to take a timeout. We will take a break as well and be back with more lacrosse in the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game right after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Bang, bang, leave sleep.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Back live, and the Spartans to try to change their fortunes with Jill Kobach out there to take this draw. The draw controls are 8-4 in favor of the Mocs so far. And so Kelly Gallagher giving a chance to one of her freshmen. And let's see if it pays off, as Maria Reeves continues for the Mocs, and the Mocs do control the draw, and away they go, led by Audrey Kennelly. They get the pass away to the far side of the field. So 9-4 now, the draw controls for Florida Southern as they work for a shot. They have been outscored in this quarter 4-1. We were tied 3-3 at the end of the first quarter. And there's a pass to the far corner. Nice job to change hands, and they score right as the official on the far side of the field had pulled out the flag. And Florida Southern makes it 7-5 with 7:08 remaining.
Her goal was unassisted.
And there's the replay, as good patience by Daniel Moshe in outlasting Savvy Barbosa before putting it past her to cut the deficit to 2. And Maria Reeves waiting at midfield, and Kelly Gallagher is going to go back to Mary Kate Person for the draw. And the ball is out and picked up by Florida Southern. That's Audrey Kennelly on the run. Kennelly, the pass to the far side. And now up top it goes to Guerin. Guerin pushes it over. Pass now for McFerrin, and up top, Cohen gives it to Vetter. Vetter stops, now restarts, and loses it, picks it back up, and up top it comes for Guerin. Good defense there in sliding over Grace Lichtenberger. Some nifty footwork by Gianna Murphy. Ball is loose and a flag comes out. Call here against the Spartans. Something has changed defensively for the Spartans this quarter, that they've tightened up and limited Florida Southern to 2 goals. And it just feels like a stronger Spartans defense, yes?
I agree.
And the free position attempt, Barbosa may have gotten a piece of that when it goes out of play. Looking for an open teammate was Grace Curtin. And lobbed in front, down to the corner, goes pass in front. They try the quick stick and a player goes down. Abby McFerrin for the Mocs. And play stops. There's only 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Jesse, how natural is it to be looking for that shot clock while you're out there?
Usually the sideline's calling it, so you hear it.
And scores. That's Abby McFerrin doing what she does. And gets her second goal of the game to cut it to 7-6. And McFerrin, who had 52 goals in 17 games coming into today, beating Savvy Barbosa and drawing her team to within one with 5:47 to go. Congratulations, by the way, to UTampa's men's lacrosse team, which yesterday on this very field defeated Rollins to win the Sunshine State Conference Championship. Their head coach, J.B. Clark, is here watching this game in person as they get ready to advance to NCAAs. And now the draw, that one's taken cleanly by Reeves and drops it off for Kennelly. Now back in the middle of the field, there's actually two Kennellys, Audrey number 5 and Braden number 2. They are from Annapolis, Maryland. Play in the far corner of the field and just pulled down. And it comes away across to Colby Cohen. Over now for Murphy. Cohen, and they start to work the perimeter, do the mocks. To the far corner it goes. And trying to, wow, what a goal. Danielle Moshe trying to make a lane for herself and almost came back across her body with the shot. And the Mocs have rallied and tied it at 7. An unassisted goal with 4:54 remaining. And now Kelly Gallagher is going to try going back to the freshman Kobach to try to reverse her team's fortunes as the draw controls are up to 11-4 favoring Florida Southern. Shots on goal are 10-9 in favor of UTampa, so the math means that Barbosa has made 2 saves and Weber has made 3. And they call it the commentator's curse. Just when I had heaped praise on the Spartans' defense, all of a sudden Florida Southern roars back and ties up the game. Mocs in control again here. McFerrin for Cohen. Now from the far corner, Moshe trying to direct traffic. There's a nice pass and a nice save by Barbosa on a shot by Cohen. A big rebound picked up by Vetter and sends it over now for Guerin. Guerin, as the defense closes up and trying to fight her way in, is Vetter. Pass now for Murphy. And Grace Gilmore not biting on it. And Murphy had to back up and send a pass up top. And they'll try the far corner with Moshe again. This looks like a designed plan that she has gone to a couple times now, Moshe. And that time does it result in a turnover? Florida Southern's going to get there. Shot clock is going to soon become a factor, though. It's down to 15. Nice pass in front, unable to follow through Murphy. And a whistle stopping play. They seem like they like to start Moshe from that far corner and almost kind of one-on-one her from the corner in. Here come the Spartans working to gain midfield. That's Isabella Avila. She does. Stops, turns, and leaves a pass back for Lexi Waters. For Gilmore now. Gilmore drops it back for Howell. Person with a nice pass. Howell, no opportunity to shoot. Person with two defenders near her. Howell thought she had an opening pass out in front, wide open. Oh, and hit the goalpost. A great look at the net for Maddie Schillick, and she hit the goalpost. And meanwhile, a battle on the far side of the field for possession. The Spartans do get it. And a whistle stopping play. We're down to 2:17 remaining in the first half. And the three officials are going to come together and talk this over. And one of them heading over to talk to the official who's nearest to the scores table. As the Spartans do have possession, Sia Markowski specifically, she starts from near her own sideline and now gives up a pass as it goes up top to Person. To this side now for Howell. We're going to have a free position attempt here for Peyton Howell and a chance for her to get her third goal of the game and restore the Spartans' lead. Howell takes a bounce shot, scores! The accuracy is amazing. Peyton Howell, 3 goals, 1 assist, and it's an 8-7 Spartans lead.
Spartan goal, scored by number 12, Peyton Howell.
Peyton Howell, I mentioned, entered today's game with 78 goals in 17 games. And it's not even close after that. The next closest goal scorer was Sarah Engel with 35, and I believe Engel is just done injury-wise.
Yeah, she's not in right now. Should be coming in soon.
Mary Kate Person, 31 goals. And once again, that was Jill Kobach on the draw for the Spartans, and she heads right off, almost in a face-off specialist role, as the Mocs in possession. Hannah Hale, she had to come all the way back up top, and now they'll send it down low. And a loose ball, and a flag is out, and a call being made here with 85 seconds remaining in the first half. A free position attempt here. Unofficially, Danielle Moshe. And I believe that was her. Save made by Barbosa. And dare I say, a big save by Barbosa. Would have otherwise tied the game, and instead, the Spartans are getting an opportunity. Granted, there is more time on the game clock than the shot clock. Hold on, it's turned over. And so a big takeaway there for the Mocs as Gianna Murphy slows it up. For Vetter. Sends it over now for Cohen. And that's Grace Curtin. Murphy up top now, Vetter. Waters went down, got back up, loose ball. And the Mocs still in possession. There's a pass, and open shooting, scores. That's Hannah Hale, and found herself one-on-one with Savvy Barbosa. And Florida Southern ties it with just 17 seconds left in the first half. And we knew this game would be close, and it's living up to its advanced billing. Nine ground balls for the Spartans, but 15 for Florida Southern. So between the ground balls and the draw controls, clearly Kelly Gallagher's going to know what she needs the team to clean up in her halftime talk. Maria Reeves once again for Florida Southern on this draw. And I do believe that that's Jill Kobach again. No. Fooled by the blonde hair. That was Lexi Waters. One more chance. Florida Southern, late opportunity. Murphy scores! With 5 seconds left, Gianna Murphy beats Savvy Barbosa, and the Mocs take the lead 9-8.
The assist to number 30, Hannah Hale.
Hannah Hale with the assist. As the Mocs have taken the lead for the first time since they led 2-1. Granted, they did have it tied 7-7, 8-8, 3-3. This is their first lead since there was 5:35 left in the first quarter. And now the ball's out on the ensuing draw, and time will expire on an exciting first half of play. And the visiting Florida Southern Mocs have a 1-goal lead here in the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game for women's lacrosse. We will take a 10-minute break for halftime and be back with the call of the third quarter right here on TampaSpartans.tv. All set to go with the second half of play here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the beautiful University of Tampa campus on a sunny Sunday afternoon in West Central Florida. 9-8 is our score in favor of Florida Southern. They came into this game on a 7-game winning streak, a 17-1 overall, 1-loss record. The Spartans came in 16-1 overall and on a 6-game winning streak. Shots on goal in that first half were 12 apiece. Draw controls were 15-4, favoring the Mocs. Maria Reeves and Mary Kate Person for that opening draw. And right on the midfield line right now, that's Sophie Risk with the huge brace on her right leg. And made her comeback in the victory over St. Leo that advanced the Spartans to this game. Florida Southern, as the expression goes, punched their ticket to yet another Sunshine State Conference Championship game with what was a 13-6 victory over Embry-Riddle on Thursday. They played that game at home. And they try to add to their 9-8 lead here with the possession as it's Vetter with a pass over. Guerin goes down to the field and the Spartans able to pick that one up. And Tampa crossing midfield, that's Waters. Lexi Waters races down into the corner. And two defenders, there's a pass and doesn't connect with Montgomery. And the Mocs able to come up with it. And a pass up ahead to midfield. And nice job defensively by Isabella Avila for the takeaway. And the Spartans head right back into Mocs territory. It's into the stick of McGarvey. Peyton Howell, pass over for Person. Mary Kate Person with a quick look back. And then to the corner as Van Vladriken sends it to the other side of the field. Howell looking for a lane, and the Mocs close that one up. Get it back over, and nice passing as down goes a Spartans player, and the ball ends up in the net nonetheless, and you look dumbfounded, Jesse Kask.
Wow, that was crazy.
Tampa goal scored by number 38, Kelsey Montgomery.
Kelsey Montgomery with the goal, as we'll show you the replay. And just a whirlwind of activity in front of goaltender Chloe Weber. And so the Spartans not only get the first goal of the second half, and by the way, that's 2:18 into the second half, but more importantly, they tie the game. Last year's Sunshine State Conference Championship game was played at Florida Southern, and the Spartans won 11-9. The Mocs came here the year before, and the Spartans won by 1, and that's after the year before when it was in Florida Southern and won handily by Florida Southern, as the Mocs gained possession of this one and try to start it up from their own end with a pass across the line, and now up to midfield. Away goes Colby Cohen, chased by Aaron McLaughlin. Cohen with a pass now to Lucas. Over now from McFerrin. And Abby McFerrin waits, now sends a pass into the middle, and Vetter, as they'll work the perimeter. Murphy relays it back, however, to Cohen. And now Vetter brings it over to this side of the field. Vetter being watched closely there by Avila. And this is Moshe. Pass in the middle, and no shot there. for Cohen as they get it in front. The ball's loose, and let's see who comes up with it as bodies go down to the field, and the Spartans able to come out of the pack with it. Moshe has 2 goals in this game, as does Abby McFerrin. Peyton Howell leading all scorers with 3, although Maddie Schillick has 2. The latter 2 players, of course, for the Spartans. Howell with it. Gets off a pass that doesn't connect, a loose ball. Picked up by Montgomery. Sent over for Howell. Howell, a little spin move. Howell being chased. Takes it to the corner. And they are defending her oh so closely. And there's a shot by Howell and a nice save made by Chloe Weber. Jesse, does it look to you like they're mostly double teaming Peyton Howell?
Yeah, they're definitely double teaming Peyton Howell.
From up here, I always say that means somebody's open, but is that easier said than done? To find that who that open player is that's being left undefended?
Usually. I mean, sometimes you can see it's wide open, but other times there's so much movement, it's really hard to tell.
And I would think that with as much damage as Howell can do, that Florida Southern coach Kara Reber is happy to take that gamble. An amazing goal there by Florida Southern, the behind the back shot, and Barbosa got a piece of it, and then it just managed to trickle across the goal line, and Florida Southern retakes the lead 4 minutes 52 seconds into the third quarter. As you'll see the replay here, and a highlight reel goal, so to speak. As you saw Barbosa, it looked like she made the stop, but the shot by Grace Curtin had enough on it that it crosses the line. Mary Kate Person into the circle for this next draw for UT. I can't see the number, but I'm already going to guess that it's Maria Reeves. And it is. She has taken virtually all, if not all, of the draws for the Mocs today. And the ball is still loose and now picked up by Florida Southern. Charlie Lay came up with it. And this is Brooke Kesey. Some pressure there by the Spartans. And now Sophie Risk up there knocks it away from Lucas, who picks it back up. And a green card. I believe that's going to be against Sophie Risk, as she's slowly jogging towards the penalty area.
A green card issued to Tampa's number 40, Sophie Risk. That is a 1-minute penalty.
Indeed, it is a 1-minute penalty. Risk trying to take the ball away and just got the stick up a little bit too high on the Florida Southern player. And so McFerrin puts it back into play, being chased by Howell. Mock send it behind the Spartans' net. Calling for it out front was Macy Neubauer. And now she has it to the corner, though, behind the Spartans' net. Pass out in front, and nice job there by Lexi Waters to knock that down. And Avila will run it up for U Tampa. Plenty of real estate. Avila waving her teammates on. And a pass that connects with McGarvey. 7 seconds left in the call against Sophie Risk. And so U Tampa will be successful in killing that off, as she now returns to the field. Risk now back in play, and Howell looks at her, sends it over to Person instead. Mary Kate Person slipped away from the defender, gets a pass down low, and no shot opportunity to give it to Howell. Instead in front, Schillick scores!
That's going to be your third goal of the day.
Maddie Schillick ties it up with 8:17 to go in the third, and she is having herself a day.
Yeah, that's going to be assisted from Peyton Howell. Another assist for her today.
And no doubt, these are two heavyweights trading punches in the form of goals. It was 3-3 after one, and it was 9-8 Mocs at halftime. And so far, the Spartans are winning the third quarter 2-1. Very lopsided in the draw controls category, however, 18-4 favoring the visitors. And the ball's out, and this one, they're going to award possession to the Mocs. It looked like Lexi Waters had gotten it, but the official right there awarding possession to the visitors. And we're actually going to get a call
to Tampa's number 4, Lexi Waters.
against Lexi Waters. A 1-minute green card. So another penalty to the Spartans. And this is Vetter over now for Watson. Back to Vetter again, kind of the quarterback from that position. And Moshe cuts out in front, has no shooting lane, and has to pass it behind the Spartans' net. Ball's on the ground, picked up by the Mocs. And that's Murphy to Moshe. And keeping the Spartans' defenders moving, very active passing here by the Mocs. And having to take it way outside is McFerrin. Good pressure by the U Tampa defense. Cohen with it. Vetter gets inside, and the Spartans able to deny her, but the flag comes out. And so a foul against U Tampa that will result in a free position attempt here for the Mocs. And goes wide and out of play. That was Jenna Vetter. 25 on the shot clock for Florida Southern. There's a shot, Barbosa with a nice save on Guerin. And now tried to give it to her teammate Avila. And you saw the contact there. Abby McFerrin, and the Spartans, I think, wanted a call against McFerrin. And instead, Waters brings it across midfield. Grace Gilmore on the run. Gilmore threw 5 red shirts for Florida Southern, and manages to get it to Person. Now here's Schillick over to Howell. In front, Person with it. Oh, and the defense collapses on her, and the flag is out. The official stopping play. Mary Kate Person is going to get a free position attempt here against Chloe Weber. Chloe Weber with 5 saves so far in this game. Person takes a shot and scores! Her second goal of the game. And the tie is broken yet again, as it's now 11-10 in favor of U Tampa. been 8 ties so far in this game. 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 7-7, 8-8, 9-9, and 10-10. There was actually a 3-goal Spartan lead at one point. It was 7-4. So they've been outscored 6-4 since then. Ball is loose. And possession to the Spartans. So back they come, trying to give themselves just a little bit of breathing room in a 2-goal lead. As we have another whistle, as I think there might be a timeout.
Timeout, Tampa.
And we'll take a timeout as well and be back with more of the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game for women's lacrosse after this break on TampaSpartans.tv. With following the timeout, Spartans with the ball. 5:42 to go in the third quarter. A 1-goal game, as it should be for the conference championship game. As that's Audrey Wisdom. Ball goes down low now to Howell, and a bunch of traffic around her. And now it's on the ground. Howell chases it down and does manage to come up with it. Back up top it comes, now to this side of the field. Person looking to cut inside. 3 red shirts there, missed by Wisdom. And now she's able to pick it up. Back for Person. Plenty of time still on the shot clock. Tampa can settle it, 40 seconds specifically. Kind of reset as Person starts to go one-on-one against the defender, Audrey Kennelly. Peyton Howell with it now. Pass in front. Schillick, the ball's on the ground. And the Mocs come up with it. And they will start back from their own end. That's Ava Hawk on the run. Hawk has it knocked free by Person. And right in front of the official who pulls out the green card. And the officials have not been bashful with pulling out the green cards in this game.
A green card issued to Tampa's number 26,
Mary Kate Person, a 1-minute call. A green card with 4:30 to go here in the third quarter. Play resumes, and that's Guerin on the far side of the field for Murphy. Vetter over now for McFerrin. And to the corner it goes. Hustling back there is Watson, and they'll send it back up top for Vetter. And Hale relayed it back. They try the other side. Murphy races in, takes a shot. Nice save by Barbosa. 26 left on the penalty against Mary Kate Person. So Tampa should successfully kill this off as Isabella Avila starts it up, plays it back for Lexi Waters, and now to this side of the field, and away goes Grace Gilmore. Gilmore on the run. Gives it to Schillick. Howell over for McGarvey. That's Audrey Wisdom. There's a shot by Sophie Risk and goes into the corner near the end line, and two of them from each team, and Sia Markowski comes up with it for the Spartans. To the corner it goes. McGarvey up top, Person to the other side of the field for Howell. Can't break free. They get it to Wisdom again. Audrey Wisdom tries to turn the corner. Two defenders with her. Drops it back for Person. 30 on the shot clock. And a call against Florida Southern. And they just keep gift wrapping these opportunities for Peyton Howell. Another free position attempt for her. In she comes, a bounce shot. Weber with the save, and the Spartans able to get the rebound. Good hustle by Mary Kate Person as it's up top now for McGarvey. Howell got knocked down, bounces back up. Still trying to get inside. Good defense by the Mocs as it's behind their net. Pass in front for Schillick, scores!
Wow, another goal from Maddie Schillick.
She is lighting it up today. That is her fourth goal of the game, and it's a 2-goal Spartans lead with 2:19 to go here in the third quarter. And dare I say, coming out party for Maddie Schillick here in the championship game with 4 goals. With all the attention on Peyton Howell, who has 3 and 2. And watch out if Sophie Risk all of a sudden starts heating up. Spartans have outscored Florida Southern 4-1 in this quarter. Draw controls are still very much in the Mocs' favor, 19-5 going into this one. As the Spartans this time put Mary Kate Person in for the draw against Maria Reeves, and it is Mocs ball. And that's Cohen. Sends it to Murphy, and now down to the corner it goes. They take it behind the Spartans' net. We had said, Jesse, at one point that we did not expect a high-scoring game. Two teams that average giving up 8.56 goals per game and 8.3 goals per game. That's Florida Southern and Tampa. And now all of a sudden those numbers are going to go up, having allowed 12 and 10. And not even at the end of the third quarter as Erin McLaughlin is off to the races again. A pass for Howell, she missed it. And the Mocs pick it up. Jesse, at this point in the game, how much is this a case of so important, conditioning becomes so important on that hot field in a game like this versus never mind conditioning, it's just your momentum at this point because it is a championship game?
I think it's both, really.
Pass in front, Murphy couldn't get the shot away. And now here's McFerrin. McFerrin, closely watched by Waters, Vetter, as the defender went down, Vetter cuts inside, takes a shot, it goes high and out of play. 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. Possession stays with Florida Southern. And that's Grace Curtin. Pass for McFerrin didn't connect. The official blowing the play dead. 10 seconds left. Call against Lexi Waters there. And now in the restart, there's a shot that goes out of play. And the horn goes to end the third quarter. A nail-biter here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex as the host Tampa Spartans, who are ranked number 1, have a 12-10 lead in the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game for women's lacrosse. We'll be back with quarter number 4 after this on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live and about to start quarter number 4. Jesse Casper, what's going to be key for each team as we start this fourth quarter?
For Florida Southern, I definitely think getting more shots off in the 8, because that's where they seem to be super successful. And for Tampa, we need those more draw controls.
Yeah, 20-5 in favor of Florida Southern on draw controls today. Shots on goal, by the way, are 19-5 favoring the Spartans. That means 5 saves by Savvy Barbosa, 7 for Chloe Weber. Ball is out, and Maria Reeves and Mary Kate Person did the honors there. The ball is still not possessed by either team, and finally pulled down by Audrey Kennelly for the Mocs. And away they go across midfield. It's Ava Giannuzzi. And now Murphy with it. keep in mind that both of these teams only lost one game all year long. Florida Southern's only loss was here against Tampa, and the Spartans' only defeat was at the hands of Embry-Riddle. They both came in on notable winning streaks. Tampa 6 straight coming into today, the Mocs 7 straight coming into today. And off to the races again, Erin McLaughlin. She's been very noticeable this game, and that speed has really paid off. As you see the Spartans setting up, Howell looked like she was going to have an opportunity, and the lane closed up, and now a whistle looks like away from the ball. And so Peyton Howell with yet another free position attempt. Chance for a 3-goal Spartan lead. Howell takes a shot and scores! Her 4th goal of the game, matching Maddie Schillick. And Howell, that one up in the top corner again. We saw one exactly like that earlier in the game. She just got that spot picked out, almost where the crossbar and the goalpost meet. And it's a 3-goal Spartan lead, 1 minute 19 seconds into the 4th quarter. Four goals and 2 assists for Peyton Howell. And now the draw, yet again, Maria Reeves out there for the Mocs. And for Tampa, unofficially, I think that might be Mary Kate Person. Hard to tell with the official in the way, but once she steps out, I will confirm or deny. And it was Mary Kate Person. And Maria Reeves looked like she was about to gain control. The ball is still loose, and it's going to be Peyton Howell coming away with it. And so here come the Spartans. 3 Mocs players started to chase Howell. And now off to the races. That was Lichtenberger. Person with a pass over. Behind the Mocs net it goes. And now a pass for Van Vladriken to the other side of the field. Shot coming, hit the goalpost. Spartans get the rebound. What an opportunity that was for McKelsey Montgomery. Here she is with it again. Pass in front, and that one goes out of play. And a call against Florida Southern. And so we'll see a free position attempt. Kelsey Montgomery one-on-one against the goaltender, Chloe Weber. Breaks in and scores. It just made it across the goal line, similar to one that Florida Southern scored.
Scored by number 38, McKelsey.
McKelsey Montgomery makes it 14-10. 2 minutes, 14 seconds into this 4th quarter. She already had a goal and an assist in this game, and quietly, it's a 3-point afternoon going. And Florida Southern is changing goaltenders.
Rebecca Bargon.
They go from the senior starter, Chloe Weber, to the junior, Rebecca Bargeron. And the Spartans with another draw control here as that's Waters into the corner with it. Lexi Waters to the end line. Waiting for the official's whistle, and I believe that's Maddie Schillick who will put it into play. It is, she does. And a pass now, Person up top, over for Howell. Person looking for an open teammate, goes back to Howell again. Peyton Howell tries the middle, takes a long shot. It goes out of play, and the official signaling possession for the Spartans. They quickly restart. And high pressure there on Wisdom, and she gives it up for Schillick. Over for Howell. Peyton Howell breaks in, takes a shot that goes wide, not a play. Up top now for Person. 29 on the shot clock. A long shot by Mary Kate Person right as the whistle blew. Possession to Florida Southern, as they need to start a comeback. There's a pass that connects at midfield. And attempted for Hannah Guerin and missed. And a tough turnover there for Florida Southern. That is one area of the game that they have not excelled in today. To this point, there are 14 turnovers by the Mocs to 8 for the Spartans, as Grace Gilmore in a little trouble. And we seem to have a timeout being called.
Timeout, Tampa.
And it's the Spartans. Kelly Gallagher calling the timeout. 10:39 to go in the fourth quarter. More lacrosse left in the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game after this break on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back live with 10:39 to go here in the fourth quarter, following the Spartans timeout. This is Sia Markowski that will put it into play, and does for the home team. Races between two defenders and now across the midfield stripe, and connects with a pass as Aaron McLaughlin sends it way over the head of Peyton Howell. And so that'll be a turnover by the Spartans. as Cohen gets it up ahead for the Mocs. Moshe on the far side of the field, watched by Markowski. Moshe to the corner, and it's knocked loose. Mock's able to pick it up. Racing in is McFerrin. Pass out in front, Murphy, and Barbosa makes the stop. A couple of the Mocks started to celebrate, thought that it had crossed the line, and Barbosa able to keep it out of the net. And so Avila brings it up for Tampa. Isabella Avila across midfield. Avila needs help. Plays it back to Waters. And over now for Wisdom. 2 Mocs players on her. The Spartans having trouble getting it across midfield, and now they get it to Avila. There's a pass into the middle of the field for Howell. Peyton Howell over for Maddie Schillick. Between the two of them, 8 goals. Just over half of Tampa's offense, as there's one thrown away, and the Spartans with another turnover. Florida Southern setting up now in the Tampa end of the field. That's Moshe going into the corner. Moshe being watched closely by McLaughlin. And now they'll send it up for Watson in the middle of the field for Murphy. Murphy, as Grace Gilmore came back, Murphy has some room and opts not to shoot. And a call being made here. And so Gianna Murphy, who does have a goal in this game, will get a free position attempt against Savvy Barbosa. Breaks in and scores. And Gianna Murphy closes the gap to 3. 7:53 to go in the fourth quarter.
Mocs goal scored by number 13, Abby McFerrin. Her goal was unassisted.
So the Spartans see Florida Southern get their first goal of the fourth quarter. The Mocs had 9 goals in the first half. They only had 1 goal in the third, and now that is their first of the fourth quarter. So 2 very different halves, at least for the visitors. And now it's Mary Kate Person and Maria Reeves on this draw. Draw controls 21-7 favoring Florida Southern. Ball is out, and neither team able to possess it yet. And now the Mocs do come up with it as Vetter heads across the Tampa line. Vetter, being pressured, has to play it back for Audrey Kennelly. And I believe that Mocs coach Kara Reber is going to call a timeout. Indeed she does. And we will do the same and be back with more lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live following the timeout by Florida Southern. And let's see what head coach Kara Reber said during that timeout that might translate into some offense. As here's an opportunity in front. And Danielle Moshe scores. It was out of the net as fast as it was in.
Box goal scored by number 7, Danielle Moshe. Her goal was unassisted.
And Moshe picks up her 3rd goal of the game. Is it directly attributable to the timeout? We'll never know. But she was left far too open in front of Savvy Barbosa. A defensive lapse by the Spartans. And all of a sudden the 4-goal lead down to a 2-goal lead. And as you mentioned, Jesse, at the beginning of this quarter, it underscores the importance of the Spartans trying to reverse their fortunes on these draw controls. Ground balls to this point, 20 picked up by Florida Southern and 18 by the Spartans, so pretty close in that category. And the ball is loose as 2 Florida Southern players collide. And Julia Lucas in particular seeming worse for the wear on that collision. And Julia Lucas heading off the field under her own power.
Tampa penalty to issue to number 20, Isabella Avila.
That's going to be Isabella Avila with a 2-minute penalty. Oh, corrected, 1-minute penalty.
It's a 1-minute penalty.
So another chance here for Florida Southern as they try to continue their comeback from having been down 4. Ball is loose and picked up by the Spartans. And still again, Erin McLaughlin, whose name has been called so many times in this game, and she gets it ahead to Peyton Howell. Howell on the run. 27 left on the penalty against Avila. And now Mary Kate Person slows it up. Sends a pass over for Van Vladriken, gets it back. 10 left on the penalty. And this might be what they're waiting for. Spartans trying to kill it off in its entirety. And now the penalty expires. Pass in for McGarvey. And this is Person up top. Follow through missed as the ball goes out of play, and possession to Florida Southern. Clock down to 5:48 remaining in the 4th quarter. Plenty of time if you're Florida Southern, as you saw McGarvey come racing back in. Unsuccessful in knocking the ball free, however, as the Mocs take it to the far corner. There's a chance in front, and the Spartans shut that down as Hale was unable to get a shot away. And now Cohen in the near corner drops off a pass for Curtin. Grace Curtin being watched closely there by Avila, who's down to the field, and the official pulls out a yellow card. And the Spartans fans voicing their displeasure.
A yellow card issued to Tampa's number 20, Isabella Avila. A 2-minute penalty.
So Avila, who had just come back from a 1-minute call, now gets a 2-minute call against her with 5:04 remaining. And I should mention that among the Spartans fans here in person rooting on their team are at least 3 members of last year's national championship team, Cece Colombo, Alex Walling, and Alyssa Romano. former teammates for a great number of the current roster. There's a chance for the Mocs, no, and a call there as Hannah Guerin was checked. And the clock stops with 4:44 left in the fourth quarter. Hannah Guerin with a free position attempt now against Savvy Barbosa. Guerin passes, and no shot by Jenna Vetter as the whistle stopped play again. And Vetter will get a chance now against Barbosa. Vetter breaks in. Nice job by Lexi Waters to get the stick up. And no shot attempted by Vetter. And here goes McLaughlin running it down. McLaughlin with a good burst of speed sends it to the corner. And Sophie Risk with a pass that's bobbled and now picked up by Person. Two defenders on her. And she's able to shake free. Now has it knocked free from her stick. And Person picks it back up. Mary Kate on the run. And being closely defended by Isabel Lucas. And here's Van Vladriken, the pass behind the net. Less than 4 minutes to go now. Over for Howell. Peyton Howell tries to get a step on the defender, now cuts back the other way, a pass to the other side. And Person double teamed, and three players go down to the field. And play getting very physical. And now they restart, and Person being chased again. It almost looks like they're double teaming her, which we expected when it was Peyton Howell, but for some reason Mary Kate Person has this target on her. And as the shot clock expires, Van Vladriken just throws it away. And the game clock continues to run, exactly 3 minutes to go. And you could argue that it's plenty of time for the Mocs, but at the same time, there needs to be a little bit of urgency. And needless to say, the next goal, whoever scores it, whichever team, will be hugely important as the Spartans able to cause a turnover there. Barbosa picking it up, looking for an open teammate, and now finds and gives it to Grace Gilmore. Gilmore across midfield and has it knocked from her stick, and the official with the whistle. Clock stops with 2:19 remaining. And wow, this is going to be a 1 minute penalty against Gianna Murphy. So a very tough call for the Mocs at a critical time when they need the ball. Down by 2. And there's no goaltender for the Mocs, as I saw Bargeron go to the sideline. And open net, Sophie Risk scores.
I'm not quite sure what the strategy with that one was.
So Sophie Risk makes it 15-12 with 1:44 remaining. Isabel McGarvey with the assist. And that one was gift wrapped.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Now, if they would have pulled the goalie when they had the ball themselves at the other end, it'd be completely understandable. I mean, that obviously did even up the numbers, but at the same time, no last line of defense. And Sophie Risk just puts it in the open net.
And the goalie is still pulled?
I'm not picking her out on the sideline, but the fact that the net is empty would imply that, yes, they are keeping her out for the extra attacker.
I can't say I've ever seen this before.
And now on the draw, it's knocked at, and Avila comes up with it for the Spartans. And Isabella Avila through 3 Mox players. And now I believe a whistle, and possession will stay with you, Tampa. We're going to have another green card against Florida Southern.
Green card issued to the Mox number 16,
This time,
Isabel
Isabel Lucas. So another 1-minute penalty, and as you mentioned, Jesse, still the goaltender out of the net for the Mox.
Yeah, I'm totally not sure on the tactic.
Howell with it for Person. And now to the corner it goes. And McGarvey had to fight off a check. And in fact, the official calling that. And aggressive play there defensively by Julia Lucas. And arguing with the official. And now they restart. And McGarvey, we have another whistle. And the official wants McGarvey to restart from the original position. And she does. Clock less than a minute. McGarvey races in, had the open net, and backs up, and will be chased by 2 defenders. As clearly the tactic here is aggressive defense to try to force a turnover, and they do. And quickly, here come the Mox the other way. Hannah Hale. Hale cuts in front, scores! And so with 29 seconds left, the Mox cut it back to a 2-goal deficit.
Her goal was unassisted.
Unassisted. And they seem to have no intention of putting the goaltender back in. I'm going to say for the remainder of regulation time, unless they get 2 quick ones, then obviously they will. Meanwhile, Maria Reeves out there for this draw for Florida Southern. And I believe that's Mary Kate Person for U Tampa. Indeed it was. Chased down by both teams. The Mox seem to get to it first, and indeed they do. I believe the official on the sideline may have even called a push on U Tampa. Clock down to 19 seconds though. And are we going to have a timeout called by one of the 2 teams, it appears?
Timeout for Southern.
And we will take one final break ourselves and be back with the conclusion of the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live as the Mocs put the ball back in and picked up now by Murphy. Clock down to 9 seconds. We're going to have to hurry. The pass in front, a shot that was blocked, and the official blows the whistle. There's only 2 seconds left though, and a yellow card comes out. And that one will basically just be for the stat book, as this yellow card will be, for all intents and purposes, insignificant. As the Spartans, Lexi Waters with it in her stick. Just waiting for the official's whistle to finish off these last 2 seconds. And she just heaves it down the field towards the open net. And the horn goes, and the game is over, and the Tampa Spartans are the 2025 Sunshine State Conference champions for women's lacrosse, defeating Florida Southern 15-13 here at home, and extending their winning streak to 7 games and improving to 17-1, and this one was close.
This was a really close game today.
Florida Southern gave them everything they had, and impressive to watch them come back from down 14-10 to cut it to 14-12, but they just couldn't get close enough as the Spartans hang on for back-to-back conference championships, something that's not easy to do, and they celebrate out on the field. Final shots on goal were 24-19 in favor of the Spartans. That turned out to 6 saves for Savvy Barbosa. The starting goaltender for Florida Southern, Chloe Weber, had 8 saves, and Rebecca Bargeron had come on in relief and made 1 save. And then, of course, we did see the open net. And how about Maddie Schillick coming through with 4 goals?
Yes.
Peyton Howell with 4 goals and 2 assists. So a Spartans offense that came in averaging 17.5 goals per game wins the game by scoring less than their average. They score 15. And the goals against averages go way out the window today. They came in averaging 8.3 against, did the Spartans, and they allowed 13. And Florida Southern came in allowing 8.56. They give up 15. The draw controls, Jesse, something that, is it a 1-game incident, or do you still learn from this anyways and say, as we move on to NCAAs, we've got to get better?
Definitely learned from it.
The ground balls finished up. Florida Southern picked up 23. And the Spartans 21, so very even in that category. And an interesting weekend here on this very field, as the men's lacrosse team won the Sunshine State Conference Championship here yesterday, defeating Rollins. And now the women come back this afternoon and defeat their rival Florida Southern. So Sunshine State Conference Championships for both the men's and women's lacrosse programs here at UTampa this weekend. Jesse, how big of a shot in the arm is this? Because Florida Southern is such a powerhouse, and you might as well say is one of the teams to beat, one of the top 2 teams to beat every year. How much will this do for the Spartans moving on?
I think they're doing great. They're showing them where they stand. The 2 losses Florida Southern has is against their Tampa Spartans. So I think Florida Southern really has got to compete to try to beat the Tampa Spartans.
And they're getting ready down on the field for ceremonies. The all tournament team, obviously the trophy presentation. And I would encourage you to stick with tampaspartans.com for information on upcoming women's lacrosse NCAA games relative to date, opponent, location, and time. All that information will be on tampaspartans.com as it becomes available. I want to thank Andre Pyatt for his help as always. Jesse Kask, wonderful having you in the booth once again. And I'm Bruce Wozniak thanking you for watching here on TampaSpartans.tv. The Spartans are the 2025 Women's Lacrosse Sunshine State Conference champions. They defeat Florida Southern 15-13. Thank you for watching on TampaSpartans.tv.
Fans, momentarily we will be announcing the all-tournament team and presenting trophies to our runner-up and champion. And fans, at this time, we'd like to announce the SSC Women's Lacrosse All-Tournament team. From Embry-Riddle, Kelly Zaruto. From Embry-Riddle, Callison Foreman. From St. Leo University, Maria Palumba. From St. Leo, Meredith Eitel. From Florida Southern, Braden Kennelly. From Florida Southern, Abby McFerrin. From Florida Southern, Maria Reeves. From the University of Tampa, Lexi Water. From the University of Tampa, Peyton Howell. From the University of Tampa, Maddie Schiller. From the University of Tampa, Savvy Barbosa. And the tournament most valuable player from the University of Tampa, Mary Kate Person. We congratulate each all-tournament team member for her performance in the 2025 SSC Women's Lacrosse Tournament. And now for the presentation of the championship trophy by Sunshine State Conference Acting Commissioner Marianne Kleck. Let's have a round of applause for the 2025 Sunshine State Women's Lacrosse Tournament champions, the University of Tampa Spartans. Thank you to our tournament sponsor, Polio Campero. We'd like to thank you for joining us here today at the Multi-Family Field. Your support of this tournament is greatly appreciated, and we wish you safe travels to your next destination.
Jesse, what will you do this?